Hey guys, Tabs McCaffrey here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back. Today I'm coming at you with an awesome video that I think is going to help each and every one of you. And it is 5 things I want you to stop doing on Poshmark because these will change your business. These are things that I applied quite early on. Probably heard from another reseller. None of them are like my only idea. These are things that have been said multiple times, but I do think they bring value and I think that they'll help you in your reselling business. So let's get started on this. I don't want to waste any time. Okay, the number one thing that everyone needs to stop doing, and I used to do this myself, and you've heard this before, but I'm going to say it again. Don't buy everything that people tell you to buy. Just because I say it's a bolo or so-and-so says it's a bolo doesn't mean that it's going to sell for you in your closet. An item, just because it has a brand name, doesn't mean it's going to sell. Definitely, when you're collecting bolo names and people are sharing ideas, write them down 100%. It doesn't hurt. But do some more research. Do your comp searching on them. I like to look these items up. I'll look at what's sold. Then when I'm looking at the brand, I'm going to look at what is the cost that they're selling for? What do I normally see them in my thrift store for? Okay, what are the trending colors that are selling? Maybe there's trending patterns or styles. We know that there's older styles and of certain brands that do not sell. Make these decisions for yourself. Don't just pick up every brand or every article you see because someone told you that it is a bolo. And if you don't know what a bolo is a be on the lookout for. It's just like, watch out for this, pay attention to this. It's more just to help you, but use your best judgment. Okay, the second item that I want to talk about is sharing other people's closets. Okay, so the only time I can justify sharing someone else's closet was when I was working up to be an ambassador or a Poshmark ambassador, which I think it's 5,000 shares. So at that point, you're just sharing like a mad woman. You're trying to get all these shares out so you can reach your Poshmark ambassador role. I know a lot of people say it's useless, you don't need it. I personally like it. I think there are some opportunities that are offered to ambassadors. Do I share other people's closets? Yes, I do. But it is the last thing I do. After I've done everything else that I can possibly do for my own closet, I will then sometimes take, 15 minutes once or twice a week to share other people's closets. What I do like to do sometimes is, especially that day when they're like share 3 fellow poshers, or sometimes if I've had a really good conversation with a new posher, I'll go into her closet or his closet and I'll kindly share some of their items just to kind of get some extra exposure to them. But when you share other people's closets, it only shows up to your followers. So that's something to keep in mind when sharing. If you have extra time to share a pile of closets, what you should be using this time to do is share your own closet, maybe create new listings, maybe relist some items, whatever. Focus on yourself before you focus on other people, because unless you're rolling in the dough and you got nothing but time, you probably could use that time focusing on you, right? It's honest. I'm just telling you the truth. I want you to succeed. So focus it on your business. Stop sharing everyone's closets unless you're trying to reach your ambassador. Tip number 3. So these are things you need to stop. Stop organizing your closet. It is useless. I see so many questions and comments like, should I organize? How do you organize your closet? Don't. Here's my reason why. When people go to shop in your closet, they're either number 1, sorting it by just in. I don't care how you sort your closet, they're gonna look at what's just in. The next most common way people will filter your closet is by their own size. Another way is just shared. Like there's so many different ways people are sorting and filtering your closet that spending that extra time to organize it and to make it look all nice, it only looks good to you, or it only looks good to someone that is looking at all your styles, all your sizes. Like, you get what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Don't spend all that time organizing your closet and focus that energy into maybe listing more items, maybe doing research into brands that you want to look up or the brands that you want to find. There's so many tasks, guys. There's so many. Share your own closet. There's just so many tasks that you can do instead of organizing your closet. I don't see any value in it. If you're doing it, stop. Reinvest that time. I promise at the end of these 5 tips, if you do these tasks, you're going to gain so much time in your business to focus on your business. Tip number 4, stop using emojis. Stop using emojis, guys. Seriously, they do not deserve a character space in your title. And the main reason why is that no one is searching for your item, buy an emoji. You're only allowed so many characters. Don't put an emoji in there. Also, if you want your items to rank into Google search, which Poshmark is so awesome at SEO and Google search, what's the word I'm thinking of? Ranking, I guess, that if you have emojis in there, I have never seen a Poshmark item in Google search with an emoji in it. And that's just being 100% honest. I do get a lot of sales from people that are guest buyers that maybe, you know, are searching for an item. It pops up in Google. They click it. They notice it's Poshmark. They just do the purchase. You will lose those sales if you're using emojis. Just my personal advice. You can do whatever you want. If you want to make more sales or you're wondering why you're not making as many sales, take out the emojis. No need for them. They don't deserve a spot in your character count. And the last tip, and I feel like I talk about this a lot, but it's just like beating the dead horse. It is so important. Stop using bad pictures. If you look at your pictures and you're like, oh, it's kind of dark or grainy, or if you can point out a bunch of flaws, don't use them. Take better pictures. So I have a whole video on taking pictures, how I edit them, things like that. Take a look. Honestly, it will change your reselling game. It will change your sales. Pictures sell items. I scroll so many times and see very poor pictures and I would never even click on it because there's nothing appealing to it. My advice to you, find a nice bright spot on a neutral tone wall or like a lighter tone wall. I actually don't have a white wall. I take my pictures on a tan wall, which not a huge fan of, but I just don't have a white wall option in my house. If you can get natural light, that's even better. If you have artificial light, I highly recommend ones that you can dim and that you can also change the warmth of. If you can't, and at least dim or have like, what's one of those buffer screens, you know what I mean? And I actually heard someone say that they use a shower curtain over top of their light just to like soften it. You definitely need some light on the item. Take the picture and maybe compare it to a couple pictures of other resellers who maybe you really enjoy or you find their listings very appealing and see how they compare. How does yours compare to theirs? What kind of changes can you make? The other thing you can do is just Google how to take better pictures of items you're reselling. Like there's so many videos out there, guys, to help you with this, but please stop posting crappy pictures, okay? If you're just getting started and this is like, I just need to get my pictures out there, by all means, but there should be improvement. If you've made 10, 20, 30, 100 listings, your listings today should be different than the listings that you were doing before. There should be always improvement. I'm always improving my own listings. Okay, so let's go over these one more time. Number 1, stop buying all the brands people tell you to. Number 2, stop sharing other people's closets. Number 3, stop organizing your own closet. Okay. That has to be said. Number 4, no more emojis, guys. You are taking these out. You're no longer using them. And number 5, my top tip, take better pictures. Just focus on your pictures. Okay, guys, I hope this brings you value. I hope it helps you in your reselling business. I think these 5 tips, if you are able to apply them, will have an impact on your sales. If there's anything you want to add or you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And again, thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye.